A while back, one of my friends said that he was losing weight, and he said, well, this is going to sound a little bit strange, but I actually think that the feeling of being hungry is a good thing. It actually makes me feel good in some way, because it's sort of like, it tells me that I'm losing weight. And that's what I want, right? I want to lose weight. And I said, yes, that is exactly what I used to think. You are the first person ever that I've actually heard mention this. I lost quite a bit of weight, and I used to think the same way. And whenever I told someone that I thought being hungry was a good thing, they thought I was crazy, right? They thought I was either lying or that I was crazy. They said, being hungry is part of losing weight, sure, but you're not supposed to like it. You're supposed to dislike it. You're supposed to suffer. You're supposed to endure this for the sake of the long term, right? That's how it's supposed to go. You're not actually supposed to like being hungry. That's just crazy. But the way that I saw it was, well, what I want to do is lose weight, right? Whenever I am losing weight, I might get hungry. So getting hungry is actually the feeling that I'm losing weight. And it's just a sensation. But it's a sensation that tells me that I'm losing weight. And I want to lose weight. So that's literally what I want, right? That is a good thing. And guess what? Some of these people that told me that I was crazy, they also tried to lose weight. And now, many years later, they're still fat. Sure, this is just a small sample size of my own personal experience. But they are still fat, and I lost the weight. And my buddy, who said the same thing, this only happened recently, so I'm not sure how it's going to turn out in the long term. But he also did a damn good job losing the weight so far. And I think this is simply because there is a fundamental difference in mindset. And it works the exact same thing when it comes to Nofap and urges. I always get the question, how do I stop having urges? I always tell them, no, you don't stop having urges, you try to become in control of the urge instead of trying to get rid of the urge. Well, then the next question follows, okay, so how do I become in control of the urge? Well, I think this is the perfect analogy, the weight loss hunger thing. It works the exact same way, it's a mindset shift. As long as you keep telling yourself that the urge is a bad thing, that you're supposed to endure, that you're supposed to suffer for the long term, is going to be a bad thing. You are literally telling yourself that it's a bad thing. But as soon as you start to flip that mindset around and you start to tell yourself something positive, right? I don't even care what exactly it is. Maybe it is, hey, now I have all this sexual energy. Now I can actually use this energy to start chasing real women. When I actually end up with a real girl and I have all this built up energy, man, it is going to be the greatest feeling in the world. It is going to feel so much better than fapping to porn. It's worth it. Maybe you tell yourself, well, I can use this energy to work towards my goals. Or maybe it's not even about actually using the energy, but maybe you just tell yourself, well, this is what it feels like to be in control of myself. This is what it feels like to not be a loser that constantly succumbs to his urges. But this is what it feels like to have a natural body, to have urges and to be in control of myself. It doesn't matter that much what exactly you tell yourself, but you need to make sure that you tell yourself something positive, that you start to think about why the urge is a positive thing, instead of thinking about why the urge is a bad thing. It's the exact same thing as with hunger and weight loss. If you keep telling yourself that being hungry is suffering, you are going to suffer. You are probably not going to succeed in the long term. But as soon as you tell yourself, hey, wait a second, I'm feeling hungry, that's literally the point of losing weight. This feeling must mean that the weight loss is working. Then it starts to become something positive. And now sure, I know that losing weight is more complex. I actually studied nutrition, so I'm not trying to suggest that it's all about being hungry and that, when you're losing weight, you're supposed to feel hungry all of the time. It is a generalization, but it is a damn good example. It is a damn good analogy of how to treat your urges on Nofap.